Hi, in this video, I will show you critical ways in which you can help and support a very depressed or anxious person, especially if they are staying in your house or under your care. First, don't be ashamed of the condition. For long, there has always been stigma and shame associated with mental illness, making the condition worse. When you realize that your child or a family member has mental illness, don't make it sound like it is something that you need to hide, put it under a rug, or keep it as a big secret. By all means, you do not have to announce it to the world, but expressing shame can make the ill person ashamed even more and even more depressed. A depressed person is already ashamed of being mentally ill, and the last thing that the person wants is being affirmed that their condition is shameful. If the anxious person wants to discuss his or her condition with others, don't stop him. Make them feel that it is fine to have this condition and discuss it with others. Don't fear or care about social stigmatism. Currently, what is important is the improvement in the condition of the person. What people think is not important at all. Talk about the condition with a depressed person as if it was any other type of medical condition. Not being ashamed solves half the problem of mental illness. Accepting the condition brings a lot of relief to both the caretaker and the ill person. I cannot stress this enough. Secondly, don't rationalize or reason too much, yet don't dismiss. Sometimes depressed and anxious people come with irrational fears, conclusions, or analysis. By all means, listen to them. Do not dismiss them. Yet at the same time, try to avoid rationalizing with them why their fears and worries don't matter or how to solve their fears or worries. You can provide some encouraging statements, but please do not over rationalize. Rationalization generally works with regular worries, but it often does not work with severe depression or anxiety. Still, at the same time, when they talk to you about their problems, by all means do not dismiss them. Do not make it sound like it does not matter. Listen to them. Tell them that you are there for them, you care about them, and you're trying to understand them. But avoid getting into that direction of trying to solve their mental issues with logic. Next, don't make them feel like a burden. You make them feel like a burden if you're waiting for them to heal quickly and go on with life independently. As such, it is humiliating for a depressed or an anxious person to emotionally rely on you when others are able to go on with their life independently. Please do not make them feel like being there for them is a burden. Do it for God. Do it out of the love for God. Finally, don't push spirituality. People with severe mental illness generally have deep questions about life and existence. You can encourage them with scriptures and songs, but don't force them into any spiritual activities. Let them take their time. As such, their mind is very delicate, and any force from any direction is not very healthy. You can pray for them, but don't force them to participate in your religious and spiritual endeavors. Love them as they are, regardless of whether they're spiritual or not, praying or not, or regardless of whether they agree with you or not. Most important, of whether they agree with your spiritual notions or not. Keep the invitation open to join you in your spiritual walk. Gently share testimonies of people who have been healed. Tell them that God loves them as they are, but by no means force them into a rigorous spiritual journey. A God is a God of love. He understands. You project God as a taskmaster when you force spirituality onto a mentally ill person, thereby reducing the chances of letting them choose their spiritual journey. Instead, let your spirituality show through love and patience. In fact, you can encourage them by telling them that they are indeed very strong to be able to go through what they are going through. Watch my part 1 video on how to help a very depressed and anxious person. It has important information. I have put the link to that video in the description below. Do subscribe and share my video with others. Till then, take care and God bless you.